So this is a sense of what these officers are going through at this point. They're
and
just
that's right on Slauson, Rachel?
And this is right outside it. So I don't know. We were hoping that this would be peaceful. Community leaders were asking the crowd to be peaceful in all of this. Unfortunately, violence broke out, and this is what's left behind.
So let me get this straight, Rachel. I know that there's a lot of different information coming out right now. Obviously, a very fluid situation, a lot of different moving pieces and different areas of this parking lot that we're looking at right now. But as far as you know, you're gathering information right now that the LAPD told you 6 people have been stabbed. Is that correct?
But nobody shot?
Yes, he says he cannot confirm. He cannot confirm at this time about the shootings or people who were possibly run over by a car. There are so many reports right now, but he told me, as far as he can count at this point, 6 people have been stabbed, and we've seen pools of blood here on the street.
And that would make sense.
So that is what they're telling us at this point.
Yeah, that would make sense because it appears that there were a lot more ambulances than 1 or 2. There was about 6 or 7 there just kind of staging off there at the corner of Slauson and Crenshaw. So that would mean that there might be more victims. Now, they might be doing some preventative issues and bringing them. You see all these fire crews here now. That's the very latest coming from Rachel Kim on the scene here in Hyde Park. At the corner of Crenshaw and Slauson, that 6 people have been stabbed. We also have some reports of shots fired and reports of somebody being possibly hit by a car. Those are unconfirmed at this point in time. As we are gathering information, as this began shortly after 8 o'clock, this violence of some sort occurred just outside of rapper Nipsey Hussle's clothing store. This is in Hyde Park. Now, Hussle was shot multiple times around 3:20 on Sunday afternoon. Police are still looking for the killer.
All right, Stu, you're showing us a supermarket parking lot with some firefighters in the front. Does this have anything to do with that situation?
Well, apparently there's reports that there was another victim over here at the Ralph's parking lot, which is right across the street on Crenshaw. You can see some paramedics working with a woman with some sort of injuries right there. Now, is this a stabbing? Is this some other injury caused by possibly falling on some of that broken glass? I cannot say directly, but we do know that they have another victim over here by the Ralph's. You can see the ambulance standing by and some of the paramedics working with a person. I also know that there is another victim laying between the ambulances, probably brought out to the ambulances out of respect, and also because of folks at home, we don't want to show anything that will upset others. We're not going to push into that, but I believe that there is another victim right there. But we're hearing even from Rachel that up to 6 victims right now, so that is a large amount. We did see at least 2 of them earlier on being carried out to the ambulances, and then others coming out afterwards. The skirmish line seems to be working well this evening. You can see that line right there. The people have been moving farther and farther away, and the crowd really has most of it has dispersed. This is much smaller than what was going on earlier on. You see the paramedics, these guys, heroes in their own right, walking through the crowds, walking up to people, making sure anybody that is injured or needs medical attention is going to get it. Officers from the LAPD, they have a different type of job this evening. They have to move these people out of the area. And again, these folks are out here this evening to show respects, to hopefully to come together as a community. And to have something like this happen, it is devastating. Earlier on, though, we did see the officers from LAPD taking rocks. Well, they say rocks and bottles, but those were candles. Those were those candles, the glass candles. Some that you see still there on that wall lit, being thrown at those officers. And I know for a fact we saw one make contact with an officer. So they were being hit by these by projectiles, and that is also, you know, just adds to the tension. It's something that it could have been avoided. Right now, though, also it just shows you too is they were out here for a peaceful memorial for Mr. Hussle. and now all of that has basically been trampled and destroyed. So it's just sad all around. Is just a way to say it. It might not be as professional as I'd like, but it is. It's just a very sad scene all around. Officers from LAPD still working down there. Conditions of these victims, that's something that we haven't even touched on yet. I'm very, very, very hopeful that everybody is going to the hospital and will recover. We haven't heard any type of conditions as of yet, but 6 people now at victims of stabbings of some sort, and LAPD still dispersing a large crowd out here. This is happening in Hyde Park at the corner of Slauson and Crenshaw. Everybody, all the first responders have a difficult job, and of course the folks out here that were coming for the memorial.